See, I've told us earlier that I watched one interview of Otumba Abiodun Ajiboye, and let us be sincere. The way the opposition is coming out to criticize President Tinubu, they are criticizing Tinubu in the wrong way. And I know the reason why I'm saying that. I am not saying that this government is perfect. And I'm not saying that this government is doing what they are supposed to do now. They are not there yet. But I believe they are trying, because the foundation, we don't have good foundation in this country. Since the reception of this country, we don't have good foundation. And we don't have good leaders that can give us good foundation. Because I don't know the reason why you want governments to assume office and you want everything to start rosy. It's not possible. It's not possible. I'm not saying they are perfect. They are not perfect. Because even this Peter Obi that everybody is shouting, praising, Peter Obi used 8 years in Anambra State as governor of Anambra. Show me one legacy that he left behind that is still existing now. Just one. Just one. Mention one. Because I don't know the reason why we always just want to talk, spread propaganda, spread false information. No, assuming that is Peter Obi is now the president. So you want him to be there within 1 year and everything start rosy? No, it's not possible. It's not possible. Because it's not easy to run government. It's not easy. Especially this country called Nigeria. So complicated. So complicated. And that is the reason why I said, yes, our politicians are the same. Most of our leaders are very corrupt. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. Most of our politicians, our leaders are very, very corrupt. This Manami case now, if Manami case decided to support this administration, they will forget his all saying. That is the main problem we are facing in this country. I want to hear how to do a man pardon Arawani for no reason. So all these our leaders, and not only Tinubu alone. Peter Obi is among of our leaders. Atiku Abubakar is part of them. I can only separate Omoyele Duotoye, and some of all these our young presidential aspirants. But we need to be sincere to ourselves. Nobody will become president of this country and you think is going to rectify this problem, the Nigerian problem, within 4 years or 2 years or 3 years. No, we can see progress in terms of economy. The problem we have is very simple. Tinubu removed subsidy. He removed fuel subsidy, and everything, inflation and everything just skyrocket. And now everything started coming down. In 2014 to 2023, 22, a bag of rice is 37 to 40 something thousand naira. As I'm talking to you presently, a bag of rice, some people are selling it 49,000. And when President Tinubu assumed office, a bag of rice is almost 120,000 naira. What type only 1,200 now? What type only 1,000 now? How much is fuel now? 740, 730. We are not there yet. I'm not saying it's perfect, but we can see progress. So when I watched Otumba Ajiboye, I said, I'm going to play this video for you guys, because yes, I know some of you are not going to accept, but at least try to know one thing. President Tinubu admits that what they are doing, they are trying to build foundation. When you clear everything, we can't see that effect now. It's not possible. It's not possible. Everybody supporting Peter Obi is just because they want Peter Obi to be there. That's all. It's not that Peter Obi can do what Tinubu. None of them can do it. Both Atiku, Abubakar, because they don't have this brain. Let's watch this video together. This is very educative.
How do you react to that?
Well, first of all, I'll let you understand that never before has Nigeria experienced purposeful leadership as we are experiencing right this minute. And for, Malam Bolaji Abdullahi to come up on TV, a man who was minister before, and proclaim and endorsed negatively a performing, government like ours that has failed. How reasonable it is for you to judge a 4-year journey in just 2 years, and you then pass a vote of no confidence on a journey of 4 years. We just did 2 years, and you say we have failed. Who gave him that statistics? Where was that referendum conducted for him to have come on TV and said we have failed? And in what way have we failed? They choose to take the most popular expected, consequence of our wrong actions, consecutive wrong actions as a nation. The consequence of such wrong actions must happen at a time. It is happening now. Any intelligent Nigerian will know that a country that has been using 97% of its revenue to service debts, a country whose major export is oil and has not been able to meet export quota for many years, a country that does not have a production sector working, will come up to a problem at some point. You don't need to have a degree to know that. And I expect Bolaji to understand that simply. Now, the consequence has come. And here is a man who says, okay, I reasoned with this consequence before I campaigned that you should vote for me. I am equal to the task. I will take these issues fundamentally from the beginning, and we will tackle it. That's exactly what President Bola Tinubu is doing. Okay, right today, as we speak today, by 2023 May, whether we liked it or not, there was no possibility of continuing with subsidy. Bola Tinubu did not remove subsidy. He only announced the removal. And some people are saying, why will he announce subsidy removal without preparing for it? How will he have prepared for a subsidy that was impossible to continue with as at the time he came to power? Okay, now what have we done? We've tried to reverse the negative tide of the economy. How? Unemployment rate has dropped drastically from from 33% to about 4-point-something% now. Now, inflation has dropped from
unemployment rate.
Yeah.
You need to check your
No, but
unemployment rate from 33
unemployment
to
rate
4.1.
as at 2020 was about 33%.
Yeah.
It has dropped drastically. Reason being that there are other sectors of the economy that are absorbing people, not the major sector of the economy. Payment of salaries, civil service salary has not failed one day. State governments no longer borrow money to pay salaries as they were doing before. All I'm trying to say is that we are trying to handle the economy in a way that is only possible by anybody who understands the language of finance. That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
I'd like to ask you,
Yes, please.
When opposition figures argue that since the removal of fuel subsidy, because debates are easy to have if you speak the language very well and you understand your statistics and your data. But the removal of subsidy, the exchange rate reforms, the inflation and food prices, all rose sharply, making daily life harder since this government got into office for a lot of Nigerians. For many Nigerians, their lives became a bit more difficult because of the situation of the economy. But from the APC standpoint, when should Nigerians realistically start feeling the relief?
First of all, Nigerians, we must make ourselves to understand the fact that this period is a consequence of missteps of the past. Now, when we understand that, then we will then appreciate what Bola Tinubu is doing, or what the government of President Bola Tinubu is doing to ensure that the tide is being reversed. Okay, let me even take the debt service to revenue. As our 2023 was 97%, like I said. By 2024, it has come under 40%. So once we are able to tackle some of those activities that are holding us down as a nation, it will be easier to now say, okay, let us face massive, deployment of our arsenal to ensure that the economy is properly inflated. Now, for instance, the government has done about 1 trillion naira investment into mining. Our mineral sector is being revived. We have to revive those sectors, and the problem with our mineral sector ab initio has been illegal mining from every angle of Nigeria, from Zamfara to Kogi, illegal mining. So if government does not curb illegal mining, we will not be able to tap great potentials that are available within the mining sector. So until we are able to clean this mess considerably, then of course, even from this year's budget, we are faced with serious insecurity that is equally affecting agriculture. Now the insecurity is getting resolved as we speak. Gradually, at least we are facing it headlong. The President Bola Tinubu's government is the first government that has actually done something substantive with respect to insecurity. So, my brother, we need to face the problem. We need to find ways of resolving the problem. Step it down dramatically before we can begin to talk about growth.
Yeah. So, how easy are you able to convince Nigerians? You are reeling out some figures. You're saying, you're talking about, you're defending the policy decisions of this government. But some of the people you're talking to tonight, they will be asking the microeconomics side of things. They are not feeling it. They are not seeing it. Their lives is becoming more miserable. That misery index and that feeling of inability to cater for oneself amidst of the economic hardship brings some kind of hopelessness. What do you tell those kind of people who are listening to you? Yes, Otumba Ajiboye, you have said all of these figures, but the fundamentals is about the food on the table and the money is in the pocket.
Shem, truthfully, I agree with you. The common man on the street must feel the impact of government policy positively for them to adjudge government positively. With a fact, you have just said it right. But believe me, unless and of course we are able to tackle the fundamentals that is holding us down, we may not be able to get to that. Nigerians have failed by not educating its citizens why and how we got here.
But I've asked you, when do you realistically think that some of Nigerians should start?
By the end of 2026, with the budget of 2026, there will be some hope. Food prices have started coming down. That much I know. Food prices have started coming down. Agriculture has been given a huge place in this 2026 budget. Now, just about last year, the government imported 2,000 tractors into Nigeria to boost agriculture. A country that is not able to feed itself is a country that will not be able to trudge on. Now we have seen how even inflation is dropping. By November 2025, inflation was only 14.5%, which was, as of December 2023, about 28%. Give us some slack. Appreciate some little work that we have done. We are for anybody who knows the kind of leadership Bola Tinubu practices, is a populist, a welfareist kind of leadership.
Is it
he cares about the people more than anything else.
Are you worried, Majoe, that some of the things that you're talking about, a lot of the populists and the people of Nigeria are very disconnected? They're very disenchanted about this government. And there are those who believe in the opposition that your government is becoming rather unpopular. How do you fix that gap? No matter the Turenchi in the local parlance that have been said, those who cannot feed know that they cannot feed. Those who don't have money in their pocket know that they don't have money in their pocket. Those who had some kind of money in the quantity they have it today, yesterday, and they're spending it today, and they know that what it fetched them the last time and what it could fetch them this time around is a huge departure from it. How do you explain the disconnect between the Nigerian people and what this government is doing? Do you think that this is going to hurt a possibility of the thinking of the Bola Tinubu returning?
Bola Tinubu returning is a concluded deal.
With your party?
It's a concluded deal.
No, with concluded deal in what sense?
I'll tell you, if you look at the group that calls themselves ADC. Give me one person that has the knowledge and ability and bravery of Bola Tinubu. If Bola Tinubu was a kind of person that is timid, he would not undertake most of the reforms he's undertaking in the name of coming back. But this is a patriot, a very strong patriot who believes that the health and life of Nigeria is far more important than him returning to power in 2027. So he's been truthful with Nigerian people. He's been honest with the Nigerian people. He's taking the bull by the horn. Now, tell me among the opposition, one person that you think has the kind of intellect, the kind of bravery, the kind of knowledge, and the kind of experience Bola Tinubu has. Which state of Nigeria can compare with Lagos as we speak? Name them one by one. Is it David Mark? Is it Atiku Abubakar? Is it Bolaji Abdullah himself? Is it Aregbesola? Is it the man from Port Harcourt? I always forget. Rotimi Amechi. Is it El-Rufai? Tell me one person among all of Peter Obi. Don't even talk about Peter Obi. Peter Obi is just ranting all over Nigeria, telling people what they do not know. I don't have a house in Abuja. He's the owner of Next International. So these are untruthful leaders. They just pack themselves together in their anger and bitterness. Anybody, any group of people that come together because they are bitter, they cannot make a headway. They cannot provide for Nigeria what Nigeria needs.